Hey everyone, OniLink here, and welcome back to Let's Play Okami, where last time we began our adventure by seeing the world fall into ruin and decay. The village of Kamiki has been protected, thankfully, within the fruit of the great Konohana tree, protected by the guardian spirit Sakuya. In order to free the village and restore it to its former glory in the midst of this cursed land, we went in to the Divine Realm, the River of the Gods, and got the ability Power Slash. With this new ability, let's chop down the fruit and free the village. Wow, the village has been restored. Sakuya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono. If you know what I mean. Go to hell, Isun. Fuck you. Pervert bastard. I hate him so much. What a piece of shit. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. That is a good point. The world is still cursed. The world is still not doing very well. Let's go make sure those villagers are A-okay. First off, heading down the hill, we have... Hello. You're a fairly realistic statue. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. So that's not supposed to be there, huh? Okay, let's go see if there's any villagers in the actual village itself. Hello, everyone. There is no one here but a bunch of statues. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking around. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. Yeah, no kidding, that was a terrifying sound. What the heck? How about you? No good. This one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. So if you haven't picked up on it, the villagers have all been turned to stone by the curse placed on the land. Let's go to higher ground and get us a better look, as Isun said. Thankfully, we just came from higher ground, so let's head back up the way we came. There's definitely something strange going on. Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. What do you think I'm doing, Isun? I'm literally going to the highest point in the village right now. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. And not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? It's not gonna stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible, even for a god like you. Maybe we'd better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, That'd be a different story. Isun, I think you need to read up on your Shintoism because my name's Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun. What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it'd follow that you'd had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of the shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Ami, let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal. Who are you? A white wolf. Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Whoa, no need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words, I just state the facts. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball. Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Denkomaru. Oh my god, Amaterasu totally just used Mr. Orange as a freaking weapon! Incredible! I love it! Also, it's elder abuse, but I gotta say, that was a pretty badass move. So as you may have noticed, most people don't seem to see Amaterasu in the way that Isun and the player do. I believe that will be explained very shortly, but it is important. Wow, you really get aggressive when you're mad, don't ya? Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores God's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you, but if you try real hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there have sure been a lot of monsters around here lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck, looks like he thinks you're just a regular white wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't even see them anymore. Anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. To clarify a little bit what Isun just said, those who believe more strongly in the gods are able to see Amaterasu's red markings and her divine instrument. Those who have less belief in the gods or have given up faith only see her as a regular white wolf. You obtained a feed bag of seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil, look at the sweet grub you found. Hey wait, this is animal food. Still, we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of using it the right way. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck? Let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot. There was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the plus button to open the fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use the items you have. There are other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. God, I cannot wait until we get far enough in the game when Isun isn't teaching us literally everything anymore, because I swear, over half of the Let's Play so far has been Isun narrating. Or just people narrating. But yeah, no, Isun, I am not using this feed bag to bribe animals for rewards. That's kind of messed up. You know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm just gonna feed them because it's the right thing to do. So yes, every time we feed an animal, we get a nice long cutscene where we just get to watch them enjoy the food. And I gotta say, it's really relaxing and so very peaceful. The first time we feed a new type of animal, I will let that full cutscene play out. 4 times after that, I will skip it for the sake of not slowing down the Let's Play too much. We will be attempting to feed every single animal in the game that can be fed. And everyone you feed gives you quite a bit of praise, which is, I think, more than enough reward for me. Unfortunately, we don't have the feedbacks to feed these sparrows, so we'll just have to come back for them later. Great Shiranui. Oh no. Are you okay, Mr. Orange? Here, let me try and wake you up. Whoa! Hey, don't! Show some respect to your elders! I was trying to wake him up, not hurt him more, but I suppose I can see how my plan may have been flawed. Over here we have Komuso. Hello there, Komuso. Ah, I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate. Look hard. You see right behind you now. And we have our first Komuso challenge. We'll be getting these throughout the game. The challenge is to beat the enemies he sends after you in under a certain time limit. For here it is 11 seconds. Beat it fast enough and you get a reward. Don't worry about Demon Fangs. Just beat it fast. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 12 seconds. You fight well. I have chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I see the path you have chosen is also a path of truth. Fantastic, we got fast enough on the first try. beat Komuso's challenges fast enough and you will gain praise. You can only do that once. Basically, all sources of praise are one time only, so don't think you can just fight his challenge again to get more praise. It doesn't work like that. Buried over here, we have a treasure chest with... We obtained a Traveler's Charm. Protects travelers from danger, increases godhood by 1 level. That item mentions a stat called Godhood. We'll be seeing that a bit more as we get further into the game and do more battles, but Godhood is shown in the bottom left of the screen during combat as a red, yellow, or green circle with the wolf symbol inside of it. Okay, I'm gonna need you to let me up there. But yeah, your godhood is basically a shield. The better you do in fights, the more godhood you have. Godhood can be a shield for up to 3 hits before you begin taking damage. The Traveler's Charm, restore your godhood by 1 level, allowing you to have a better shield. Very nice ability. Definitely worth having Traveler's Charms. Alright, we got our second stray bead. This one you just gotta do a really good wall jump off of that rock. I mentioned in the first episode there'd be a tough wall jumping challenge in the second episode. This is it. This one can actually be really difficult to pull off. We obtained a glass beads. That these beads show no cracks is a testament to their artist's skill. And up there we do have our first treasure. There will be many treasures throughout the game. We'll be trying to collect as many as we can. They are very good for selling if you need some extra money. And as I said before, you're gonna need quite a bit of money in this game. Alright, heading down into the village itself. To our right, there is an island way off in the distance. We're gonna head over there. I know we could be exploring the village, that's important too. We need to meet all the people we saved, see how they're doing. See how they're doing in this very cursed world, but also, we got this whole island over here with treasures for us. There's one buried right over here. We obtained a wooden bear. Though carved from wood, it is as fearsome as the real thing. And then behind this giant rock on this island, we have another treasure which is not buried. We obtained Dragonfly Bead. Uniquely shaped bead that shines in multiple layers of color. Okay, we are done with this island already. Nice quick little trip to get us some treasures that we can sell for money. Definitely recommend doing that. Okay, returning to shore. We're gonna be heading into this house over here real quick. Home of the Elder. Mr. Orange lives here. He's a regular village celebrity. Alright, this is the village elder's house. Let's head in and see what he's got. Nice quaint little house here. Everything is very orange themed and he has oranges for us to eat. And in this back room, you can't see it, but if you dig right here, we'll get a treasure. We obtained Coral Fragment. Hunk of coral said to have been brought from the Dragon Palace. Very nice. He just had some coral buried in his house? Okay. Good for him. Oh, I always suck at this minigame because I always forget to play it until like a few moments in and then it's a few moments too late. Okay, next house we have is Home of Hayabusa, the greatest hole digger in Kamiki. This is Mushi's handwriting. Mushi, eh? Mushi and Hayabusa. Well, those two are over there and we'll be getting to them real shortly. Next up, we have this house. Kushi's Sake House. They say this sake is so good that people come from as far as the capital city just to buy it. Really? That's some pretty high quality sake. Hope you don't mind if I harvest some rice so I can make it myself. Gosh, that would be real nice. We consumed rice balls. Balls of rice wrapped in seaweed. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Just go ahead and grab all this rice. We consumed a bale of rice. Bale of rice, fasten with straw. Fills Astral Pouch. And then we'll be able to... Oh, no, stop petting me. Oh, God, she pet me, and then I lost a lot of the rice. Damn, I'm trying to get this supplies so I can, make sake later. That sounds like a fun little minigame that's surely gonna be in this game. Also, hi there. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Working in the fields again, are ya? Isun, are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susanoo give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Why, Ami, I think you found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you, like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk to people. Because you'll see a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. It might even be valuable information sometimes. They may just be muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen. Thank you for the tips, Isun. Let's hear what Kushi has to say. Susanoo's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero, Nagi. And he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. Alright, good to— Oh, you still have more to tell me. But thank you for telling me about your neighbor Susanoo. Make sure to say hello when you see Susanoo. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. Okay, will do. I will definitely be extra nice to Susanoo when I meet him. Alright, next up we're gonna head back a little bit and check out this turnip field. Hello there. I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray dogs or monsters or what, but someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with X, it makes me mad. If I catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. Someone's messing up your crops? That's not very cool. Those are kind of needed for, eating. People need to eat those. However, I do see right here, it's actually really hard to see, but there is treasure buried here. So let's dig it up. No, I wasn't digging up your crops. We got Dragonfly Bead. Uniquely shaped bead that shines in multiple layers of color. Please leave me alone. I did nothing wrong. I was just getting a treasure. I'm so sorry. Alright, next up. Hello there, Mushi. A white wolf? Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog, Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mama tends to, you see? Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row. Even though my mama was chasing him around, trying to slug him. There are actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa's fixing to get all 10. Oh? You want to challenge me? To a turnip digging minigame? Think you can dig up all the turnips in my mama's field? Don't forget, you'll have to avoid being slugged by my mama. I'll admit you're the better canine if you can do it. She's gonna try to slug us. Not exactly my idea of a good time, Mommy. At least you have your celestial brush and wicked brush stroke. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound fun to get smacked in the face, but you know what? I want to prove I'm the best dog in town. Plus, I do, as you said, have my celestial brush. We consumed a turnip. Tuber with crispy texture fills Astral Pouch. With the celestial brush, there are two ways you can slow down Mushi's mother. You can slice her regularly, which will slow her down for just a moment, or you can cut the water off her head, and she'll be stunned for much longer as she dries herself off and tries to get that bucket back up. Okay, yeah, that was really brave, just digging right in front of her. Okay, let's go to the other side of the field. Give our ink some time to fill back up. We're running low. And you do, I believe, at least want to collect the turnips once you've dug them up. Oh, very good timing on that ink refill. Thank you, game. And we got the last turnip. Well, now isn't this strangely shaped? Wait, that doesn't look like a turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa and I have been looking for. That means you've broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it! Fine, you're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. Alright, we won that challenge and got some praise. How does it feel, Hayabusa, to not be the better dog anymore? Oh god, you are a very skittish dog. Don't ask how Amaterasu is so strong that she can do this. Quite frankly, she's a god, if you haven't noticed. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious. Hayabusa, you okay? Hayabusa seems to enjoy having made a new friend. Even if he is quite skittish and quite terrified of us. Okay, now then. Next up, let's head over here. Hello there. A white wolf, now that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. Those monsters are history. Well, if it isn't Isun, and riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I'd better get back to my work. You seem upset about something. Oh, and night falls. We have spent so much time wandering around, night actually fell on this area. Oops. Everyone went to sleep. That is quite a shame. Hang on, let me bring the sun back out. Because I'm God, I can do that. Welcome back. Now what are you upset about? Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry. But when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Oh no, that is quite unfortunate. Hang on, your drying pole's missing? Like right over here? Here, let me fix that for you. A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful. Time to dry the laundry. Okay, well, good to see your laundry pole's back and you're able to hang everything up and it's all dripping wet. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you wash your clothes. You still seem upset. What's up? Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. You need the sun to be closer? I guess that would help. Here, let me see how big I can make it. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole, and now this? Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. Alright, we get more praise, and anytime we want, if it's nighttime, we can head over to the Orange's house, the Elder's house, and get some free cakes. Sounds very delicious. Up on the cliff behind her, we have another chest. We obtained Exorcism Slip S. Paper depicting holy incantation slightly damages nearby enemies. I think I'll probably stop reading out the descriptions after this episode. You can see the descriptions on your own time. Most of the items, we've seen at least the basic idea behind most of the items so far. So we don't really need to be going over every single description. Got some more treasures down in the water over here. We obtained Rabbit Statue. One of the 13 Zodiac treasures. Its expression is quite alert. We obtained glass beads. That these beads show no cracks is a testament to the artist's skill. And we got nice. That first one we got, the rat statue, that is one of the 13 Zodiac statues. There are 13 in all, representing the 13 brush gods. And we intend to collect all of them in the game. There is one for each brush god. One for each brush god. Each statue is unique. So if you want completion, you're gonna need to get all of them without selling them. I mean, you don't need to have all of them for 100%. Once you've collected them once, you'll be able to see them in your inventory, even if it's with a big old ×0 next to it because you've sold it and have none anymore. But still, I think I'm gonna be trying to keep each of those statues, just so I can say I have all of them with me. You don't need to sell all of them to make the money you need in this game. You can get away with just selling the treasures. Okay, I believe we've done all the treasure exploration of the village we can do for now. So let's head on up to the exit to find a giant boulder in the way. Hello there, merchant. You seem to be struggling. Do you need help? Heave! Heave! This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. And we have a new type of enemy, the Red Imp. While the green imps are just regular enemies which attack you with their blow dart flute, the Red Imp has a giant, I believe that's a sitar? If you hit them a few times, they will put up the sitar as a, oh god. Thought I screwed up my floral finisher there. But if you destroy their sitar with a power slash, it'll go away. Very nice. Their floral finisher is as with the green imps, the power slash. Very nice fight. Perfect score. We accumulated praise. Whoa, Ami, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Well, you sure look excited. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I'm gonna open the fan menu where you'll see your divine attributes. Use the praise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. Alright, so as Isun says, we can use our praise to improve our abilities. We have 4 things we can improve over the course of the game. We have solar energy, ink pots, astral pouch, and purse. Improving our solar energy gives us 1 more sun for which we can take damage from. I believe there is a maximum of 20 suns in the game, though some of them will not be coming from improving with praise. Ink pots, the more ink pots you have, the more celestial brush techniques you can use without needing to wait for a recharge. Astral pouch, obviously, it just gives you more astral pouch space. So 1 upgrade, you'll have 2 astral pouches, you'll be able to be revived twice in battle if you fill them completely up. And so on and so forth. Each upgrade gives you 1 more revival in battle. Purse adds another digit to your purse. Right now we can carry up to 5 digits worth of yen, that is 99,999 yen. Improving our purse will allow us to hold up to 999,999 yen, adding on a 6th digit, and so on and so forth. Generally, you're not going to be taking a lot of damage to your solar energy, so I'm not too worried about that. So first, I think I'm going to improve my ink pots, since we're going to be using a lot of ink throughout the game. I'll generally be upgrading whatever is cheapest to upgrade at any given point. But if there's a tie, I'll generally go purse, ink pots, health, astral pouch, in that order. Well, is it all coming back to you, or what? Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who wouldn't block the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy, Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. Interesting. That boulder is definitely a giant nuisance. And that Susano we heard about, he's a descendant of Nagi? He sounds like the person we would need to talk to indeed. So next time on Let's Play Okami, we're gonna head over to Susano's house and recruit his help to clear the way out of the village, so the villagers can once again leave and initiate trade. Yeah, being kind of cooped up in a village doesn't seem like the best situation to be in. It's a very, very nice village, but trade is very important, so definitely want to free the merchant and ourselves. I will see everyone next time when we go to track down Susano. See everyone then.